Now, see what happened. We've been following the case of Sushant Singh Rajput for the last 6 years, and what we have seen in Mumbai and Maharashtra is totally the opposite of what is happening now in UP. So I don't know. Perhaps the cleansing has started under Fernandez. I'm not too sure, but I think it has started. But what I want to know is that here you are a super cop who's been fighting to keep the people secure, whereas there was another super cop in Maharashtra during SSR time, a super cop only for the politicians, not for the people.
Paramveer Singh.
Yes, and he broke every sort of what you call our trust in the police. And also that after he was removed, he went into a hospital where all sorts of hanky panky started there as well. So now if you juxtapose yourself with him, I don't know. How does it happen that there are people like you who are safeguarding the crime rate in India, and here is someone who's only working on that.
Meenaji, let me tell you, when I was on the show on Times Now, and that time Arnab was there in Times Now, or whether I have not remember, but he was in Republic, and I said, Paramveer Singh is a disgrace to the uniform, and I take him as to be a dacoit in uniform. Just imagine the scandalous manner in which stolen cars were parked in the police commissioner's premises. As also the fact that currency counting machines were there for what? To count the bribes that his henchmen and his camp followers would bring to him, and they would be counting currency notes and distributing the bribes and stashing them away for posterity. Now, the person who not only killed a person, picked up his car as well, who was the blue-eyed boy of Paramveer Singh. Paramveer Singh had him reinstated after he was dismissed from service.
Yes.
Paramveer Singh, yes, you may recall that even before that the body was subjected to post-mortem, Sushant Singh Rajput, the police said, it is a suicide. Post-mortem has just not happened. And that is the time I said that this case is totally compromised. The Mumbai police can do no justice because something terribly horrible has happened, which is against all norms of propriety and professionalism. You can say whether it is a murder or suicide if after the post-mortem report has come, and whether the dribbling of the saliva and the doctor says that the neck has broken in a particular manner. Before that, even before you know what has happened, you say it is a case of suicide. And no photographs taken, no autopsy done, no panchayatnama, and the body taken, and the rest is history. Have you ever heard that a PA, two personal assistants committing suicide in a span of about 21 days, and no action is taken? The case is not investigated. You remember the case of Disha, the lady personal assistant, and very important people managed to visit her the day she jumped down from the roof, and you know what? The CCTV was compromised, the visitors register was vandalized, and they said no, she jumped out of the balcony on her own. She was enjoying a party. She had called people over. This is certainly not the scene in which a person would jump down the balcony and harm herself. She was done to death because she was privy to very sensitive information. Sushant Singh Rajput was a rising star. He would have been the top hero today. But the Mumbai and the Dubai Mafia just did not want it, and Paramveer Singh played ball with them. He was an absolute stooge and a good-for-nothing cop who rose because he was kicked upwards by the powers that be, who wanted a compliant and a person who was complicit in their misdeeds. So Meenaji, the less said about the likes of Paramveer Singh, because they have a saying in Uttar Pradesh, there are gentlemen in uniform and there are dacoits in uniform. And Paramveer Singh proves the other part of the story, that indeed he has sullied the uniform which he wore and indeed defiled the constitution which he swore to uphold. So I would say that all these Sushant Singh Rajput case, the Disha case, and the third suicide that I don't remember the name, all need to be reopened and reinvestigated. Yes. I'm happy you remember the names and the details.
We were following up on it for the last 5 years in detail, and there were efforts to keep us quiet. So also now you were talking about the mafia in UP. Well, the mafia, which is so strong in Bollywood, in Bombay, also can be cleansed in the same manner.
Of course it can be. Where there is a will, there is a way. You see, the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh on the floor of the Vidhan Sabha, on the floor of the House, said, You know what? At times they said there is Saraswati on your tongue. And you said mitti mein mila dunga. And they were indeed mitti mein hi mil gaye wo. They went down to the dust because the political will. Firstly, they should decide that nobody is a beneficiary from your empire of crime. And certainly not Yogi ji. Certainly not anybody in the government. But if somebody is benefiting and they treat you as a hen that is laying golden eggs for you, then of course you are a holy cow and nobody can touch you. Obviously, you have state patronage. You can see that the then chief minister shaking hands with your dog, the chief minister swearing on your purity and your integrity. Well, then let's said the better about that. And then you post people, the DM and the SSP of your choice, people who were compliant and complacent, who will be willing accessories to your crime. Meenaji, this was an administrative tragedy. There was no administration whatsoever. Pick up any girl you want, pick up any piece of land that you want, get any land registered in your name, murder anyone at will. And then you have the temerity to say that if anybody were to check you, you are an Islamophobe or you are a person of your wiring is in the wrong direction.
So one last question before we close. How? I mean, Yogi ji is a very, what do you call, they call him a monk. They call him a very peaceful monk. But he seems to be very, very strong when he comes in a small package. How did he get the courage to completely eliminate this mafia from UP and make it such a safe place?
Yogi ji is a man with a mission, and his mission is supreme. It doesn't bother about wealth. It doesn't bother about creature comforts. Doesn't bother about food. He eats only 2 handfuls in a day, one in the morning at 9 a.m. and most frugal, and one at about 6 in the evening before sunset. That is all that he is. His clothes is absolutely customized khadi bandar in ochre sannyasi color, and he sleeps on the floor. There is nothing that he can tempt him or in fact ensnare him. And such a man who is incorruptible, only he can do it. As they say in our religious books, that when the people's good deeds bear fruit, they have a monk as their leader. And this is exactly what has happened in Uttar Pradesh. He is incorruptible, a no-nonsense approach to crime, a single-minded devotion, and then he says, mitti mein mila dunga. Nobody else said that. People said that he is pure as the Ganga. Just imagine. He is pure as the Ganga. I can swear by his integrity. And then here is Chief Minister who says, mitti mein mila dunga. He doesn't have to benefit. He does not expect a rupee from anyone. And to the contrary, there were times when people said, you might have to step down. There is a jinx about Noida where I'm sitting that any chief minister who comes to Noida loses his seat in no time. So Yogi ji said, I am not attached to the seat that I am, and I come to Noida every month. And lo and behold, for the last 10 years, he comes to Noida twice a month. That is a man that he is.
Yeah. Also, one last point. We have someone who is so heroic, like Ajit Doval. Now, he is getting old. Are there other people who are similar to him who are being groomed for this post?
There is no dearth of talent in the country, and there are any number of people, but such a sensitive post will have to be the 2 criterion. One, he has to be as hard as nail as Mr. Ajit Doval ji, who is more of an older brother to me. We have done several operations together also during the Punjab terrorism, but he has to enjoy the confidence of the Prime Minister. These are too sensitive a matter. And then he has to be a hermit and a public servant, both rolled into one. And I feel that there are people here, and I think there is a line of succession. Indeed, Mr. Ajit Doval has his talents, and indeed, he has done so much. Big size shoes for anybody to fit in. But yes, I'm sure the government would be moving for the line of succession.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh. Brilliant talking to you. I mean, nothing is enough. We can just go on and on. But I know your time. And also the fact that, our listeners would have been really, really interested in what you spoke. So, thank you so much for that.
God bless you, Binaji, and your wonderful platform. My good wishes to your viewers. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Jai Shri Ram.